然后现在谁的时间了吗？是 Yuri 呀 ，It's time for Yuri，just Yuri。好 ，OK。等一下，你们知道我不是很擅长求这个东西，你看又要掉下去 ，fuck， 镜头真的很烂呢。再调一个角度，这样它就可以固定，就是我可以固定我手机，它就不会掉下去。等一下，呀哈，这样呢？感觉他每次都教的不一样。我们现在应该换 Yuri 了，对吧？但是我觉得如果跳过选诗的片段有点不公平，所以我们就从选诗开始。我们这次要选 Yuri 喜欢的东西，所以 projects。Ara。哦，哎 ，Oh, it's you. I don't know it's you. 你看看起来很开心。我们现在让 Yuri 开心。Imagination. Disaster. After image. Contamination. Response. 不是因为让你开心。哦，对哈，因为你喜欢苦乐参半的东西，你喜欢有情感的东西。Philosophy。应该是这个。Ego, power, destiny, disarray, list, and uncomfortable. Crimson, crimson, nice girl. 哎呀，好了。Hi again, 我们把它存在上次学的地方好，就这。Hi again， 好跳过。I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more, but at the same time, I would feel bad for distracting her from reading. I catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. It looks like the same book that she lent to me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. Oh. 我们在偷看她。I think she noticed me looking at her. She sneaks another glance at me, and our eyes meet for a split second. But that only makes her hide her face deeper in her book. Sorry, I was just spacing out. 就是你说太大声喽。I was just spacing out. I muttered, sensing I made her uncomfortable. Oh, it's fine. If I was focused, I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place. But I'm just reading a bit of this, That's the book that you gave me, right? I wanted to reread some of it. Not for any particular reason. Just curious, how come you have 2 copies of the same book? Well, I stopped at the bookstore yesterday. Oh, that's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy 2 of them. Oh, I see. There's something fairly obviously here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decide to let it go. I'll definitely start reading soon. I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story. Is that so? What is it about anyway? Well, what is about? 结果呢？你嘎，这条的不是。我是因为配 Yuri 的话，我音乐可能就要调非常非常小声，因为 Yuri 讲话非常非常的小声。Well, Yuri closes the book and scans her eyes over the back. The book is titled Portrait of Margot.
This is an ominous-looking eye symbol on the front cover.
Alright, I'm just wanting to make sure I don't accidentally giving anything away. Basically, it's about that girl in high school who moves in with her long-lost younger sister, but as soon as she does so, her life gets really strange. She gets targeted by those people who escape from a human experiment prison, and while her life is in danger, she needs to desperately choose who to trust. No matter what she does, she ends up destroying most of her relationships, and her life starts to fall apart.
That's kind of dark, isn't it? You made it sound like it's going to be a nice story, so let's dark turn came from out nowhere. Yuri gently giggles all of a sudden.
Are you not a fan of that sort of thing I read?
No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy those kinds of stories, so don't worry.
I hope so.
Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri is into those things. She's so shy and discursive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different.
It's just that those kinds of stories, they challenge you to look at life from a strange new perspective, where horrible things happen not just because someone wants to be evil, but because they have their own goals and their own philosophy that they believe in. Then suddenly, when you thought you related to the protagonist, they are made out to be the net one for letting their one-side morals interfere with the villain's plans. I'm rambling on that. Not again. I'm sorry.
Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything.
Well, I guess it's alright then. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. While I see stack books and writing fill my thoughts, I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. So I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. And please stop me if I start talking too much.
I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. It's a literature club after all.
Oh, that's true.
In fact, I might as well get started reading it, right?
You don't have to.
What I say? Just a moment ago, you said you were looking forward to it. Let me just get a book. I quickly retrieved the book that I had put into my bag. Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right? I slip into the seat next to Yuri's.
Yeah.
Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive.
I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. That is, reading in company with someone.
I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you on anything.
Alright.
I open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing. Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri is in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead. Sorry, I was just... Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you?
I do? I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean...
Yeah, like this should work, right? I slide my desk until it's up against Yuri's, then hold my book more between the two of them.
Oh, I suppose so.
Yuri timidly closed her own copy. Once we each lean a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. It feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn the page.
Here.
Oh. Look, like this. 我要存档了，靠北。就存这吧。Yes, that's over right. 你看，我几乎每个 CG 都有存，除了下述第2天那个之外，那个我真的忘记了。反正我想把这边全部都存满。Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. Oh, I do the same with my right arm on the right side of the book. That way I turn the page and Yuri slides it under her thumb after it's flipped to her side. But in holding it like this, we're huddled even closer together than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. It is as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face and she's in the corner of my vision.
Are you ready?
To turn the page. Oh, sorry. I think I got a bit distracted for a second. I glance over at Yuri's face again and our eyes meet. I don't know how I will be able to keep up with her.
Oh, that's okay. You're not as used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. It's probably the least I can do, since you've been so patient with me.
Yeah, thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she finished the page before me, so I turn it by my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently let go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her thumb. Hey, Yuri. This might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit.
You think so? How does she?
Well, I guess she's more blunt in a lot of ways, but she also second guesses all of the things that she says and does. Like she's afraid she'll do something wrong. It's not that I can see into your head or anything, but there are kind of reminiscence of some of your mannerisms. Reminiscence of some of your mannerisms.
I see.
We remain silent for a moment.
But Ara, that's probably a terrible thing to have in common with her. That's so embarrassing that you think that.
Wait! I didn't mean it in a bad way or anything. I'm sorry, I really didn't know you were self-conscious about that sort of things. I guess I more meant that it's kind of cute.
What a saying all of a sudden.
Okay, everyone. 又来了 ，Monica 的生态第3次咯，小姐。I think about time we share today's point with each other. We might not have enough time to wait too long.
Oh,
Yuri asked those spare from finishing her thoughts.
Is that alright, Yuri? You look kind of down. I'm sorry if you haven't been looking forward to this. It's not. It's fine.
It released her hand from the book, causing it close on top of my thumb. Alright, I guess I'll do some more reading tonight. Oh, would you prefer I only read it with you?
I guess I don't have too much of a preference either way.
In that case, I'll read a little more tonight. It will be more fun to read with you after it's picked up a bit, you know.
That's good reasoning. In that case, feel free to finish the first 2 chapters in your own time.
Alright, I stand up. I make a mental note of where I left off in the book, then slip it back into my bag.
By the way,
did you remember to write a point last night? Yeah. Yo! Who should I show my point to first? 我也想给Natsuki看。一定会骂爆。I told Natsuki I was interested in her point yesterday. It's probably only fair if I share mine with her first.
Aaron, if you're not going to take this cup seriously,
Then go home. What?
What? You expect me to believe that you actually put efforts into this? Do you think I'm stupid?
I'm not a writer. Maybe it's not very good, but yeah, I did put in efforts. We'll start somewhere, right? If you're still proud of the first poem you ever wrote, then I would like to read it. Pay more to think about.
Fine. Well, sorry. You'll be better anyway. You'll get better anyway. I will tell you what to improve, but you're better off just trying again.
Fair enough. Well, to each their own, I guess.
Anyway, I guess I gotta share mine now. Knowing you, you'll probably think it's stupid.
好，看完了。好，谢谢。
Yeah, I told you that you were gonna like it.
I like it.
What? Just be honest.
I am. What are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it?
Well, because...
Monica.
Hi, Aaron.
Having a good time so far? Yeah.
Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything... Good job, Aaron. I was going in my head while reading it. It's really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. I guess I underestimated you.
It's easier for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That's why it always counts when I put in some efforts.
That's not very fair. Well, I guess it's worked anyway. You know, like you really like this kind of writing, right? Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism. Unlike Sally, who likes to use simple and direct words to describe happiness and sadness, you really like it when readers are left to derive their own meanings out of it. It's very challenging to write that effectively, both allowing people to get something out of it just by feel, or letting them deeply analyze all of the nonsense. It can take years of practice, which I've assumed Yuri had it at this point. I never really asked for.
I'm sure I'm nowhere near her level yet.
Don't worry so much about that. You do your own thing. Just keep exploring and learn by trying new things.
I'm sure I end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this.
That's okay. I would love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little biased toward their own kinds of styles, but I always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now?
Sorry.
This is a good point, Aaron. Are you sure it's your first time?
Of course, it's not that good. Am I the kind of guy who would be writing poems in his spare time?
I guess you're right. But
what should I show my poem next? As Yuri reads the poem, I notice her eyes lighten.
Exceptional.
Huh? What was that?
Did I say that out loud?
Yuri first covers her mouth and then ends up covering her whole face.
It's going to hurt me.
You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri.
I guess you're right. What am I getting so nervous for?
Yuri takes a breath.
So, what kind of writing experience do you have? The use of imagery and metaphor indicates you've written a lot of poetry before.
Really? Wow, that's a huge compliment coming from you. This is actually my first time reading.
Huh?
Yuri stares at me blankly, then looks at my poem again.
Well, I know that. I just meant,
You chose off, unable to find an excuse. She traced her finger along the words into the point, and as if breaking it down more broadly.
Yeah, okay. This is the reason I was able to tell.
他可以跳过。
Do you mind? It's nothing really. Yours was impressive too, so...
Yeah. If anything, I could probably learn a thing or two from you.
You think so?
Yeah, of course.
You know, I was really nervous about doing all this, but in the end I enjoyed it. I'm going to keep doing my best for you, Aaron.
Me too.
Phew.
要吵架，又在吵。Yuri! Natsuki, you're right that I like your point.
See?
Wait, that's not an excuse for you to be so mean. You shouldn't pick a fight just because someone's opinion is different.
That's not what happened at all. Yuri wouldn't even take my point seriously.
I understand. Yuri.
Huh?
You're a seriously talented writer. It's no secret that I was impressed.
Well, that's...
But here's the thing. No matter how simple or refined someone's writing style is, they're still putting feelings into it, and it's become something really personal. That's why Natsuki felt threatened when you said her point was cute.
I see. I didn't notice that. I'm sorry.
But Natsuki, you took it way too far. Yuri means well, as if you just told her how you felt. Then this wouldn't have happened in the first place.
Are you kidding? That's exactly what I did. It was her last... Natsuki, I think that's enough. You both said something that you didn't mean. Yuri apologized. Don't you think you should too?
Natsuki clenches her fist. In the end, nobody has taken her side. She's trapped at the point being defended only because she can't handle the pressure. I end up even feeling bad for her.
Sometimes when I hurt, it helps to take a walk and clear. It helps to take a walk and clear my head.
Sorry, she doesn't need to.
You know what? I'm going to do that. It will spare me from having to look at all of your faces right now.
Without warning, Natsuki snatches her own toy up for the desk and storms out. On her way out, she crumples up the point with her pants and throws it in the trash.
Natsuki, she really didn't need to do that.
I look across the room. Yuri has her chin buried in her hands. She stares down at her desk. I gingerly approach her and sit in a adjacent chair. Everything's alright?
I'm so embarrassed. I can't believe I acted like that. You probably hate me now.
No, Yuri. How could everyone not have gotten frustrated after being treated like that? You handled it as well as anyone could. I don't think any less of you.
Well, alright, I believe you. Thanks, Aaron. You're too kind. I'm thankful to have you a part of this club now.
It's nothing.
One more thing. That's one thing that Natsuki said about, I would never do anything so shameful, so...
What thing did Natsuki say?
Well, never mind that. I'm going to go make some tea.
Oh, good idea. Make enough for more than one person, okay?
Yeah. Okay, everyone.
然后跳舞。I can really say I'm not enjoying it either. Let's do this. 然后又要写诗啦。
Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do this.
I'm sorry, Natsuki.
I'm sorry, Natsuki.
I feel sorry for Natsuki, really. but you know, frightening. Suicide. 我知道什么你会喜欢。Judgments, analysis, prayer. Prayer 你会不会喜欢？祷告者？诶，不会，不是你。哦，OK。Hobbies 不知道你会喜欢。Another. Hey Yuri.
Huh?
Oh, I suddenly noticed that Yuri is reading a different book from the one we've been reading together. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
Oh no, I was kind of just waiting for you.
If that's the case, why don't we go ahead and get started?
Yes, let's. Actually, I have a request. Do you mind if I take something first?
Not at all.
Thanks very much. If there's one thing that can make my reading time have any better, it's a nice cup of tea. Not to mention for yourself as well.
Yuri stands up and makes her way to the closet. I follow and watch as her retrieves a small water pitcher from the shelf, the kind with a glitter inside.
Can you hold this for a second?
Sure. Yuri hands me the water pitcher and also detach an electric kettle.
I'm going to plug this in at the teacher's desk, so then we'll go get some water.
She walks past me and sets the kettle down on the teacher's desk. I simply watch her movements. To my surprise, the way she moved really contrasts her speaking mannerism. Especially because of her long legs, Yuri appears elegant and mythical.
Okay, may I have the water pitcher? Thanks, I'll be right back.
I might as well walk with you.
Yeah, why not? Shall we go then?
Yeah.
Well, you two have to.
Yuri was going to make some tea, so I suddenly realized how weird it sounds to explain this to Monica. We're just feeding the water pitcher.
Okay. Sorry, I was just a bit curious. That's kind of a one-person job, isn't it? Monica, please mind your own business for once. Do you want to tell me there's something wrong with helping you but Aaron in club activities?
My mom gasps.
I suppose there's nothing wrong with that. Then let's go, Aaron.
Very quickly exits the room and I follow. Once in the hallway, she suddenly puts her forehead against the wall.
I spoke without thinking. How could I say something like that?
Yuri,
something about the way she said that. It made me feel so irritated. What's wrong with me?
No, Yuri, I think you did the right thing. I was expecting it, but it's also not right for Monica to judge people like that.
Aaron, how come even when I do something bad, you're being nice to me?
Because nothing that you do is as bad as you make it seem in your head. Nobody's perfect. We have emotions and we can't always hide them away. But you always apply these things in your head. You might turn a light shower into a hurricane.
Oh, no. Wouldn't you hate me for something as terrible as that?
Why would I hate you? I can't hate someone for having emotions. What kind of friend would do that?
Friend, you say?
Yuri lifts her head.
Aaron, I really like being friends with you.
Thanks, Yuri. I like being friends with you too. I feel kind of awkward saying something like that, but I'm doing my best to help Yuri feel better. Anyway.
Oh yeah. Shall we go?
Yeah. Yuri and I walk to a nearest water fountain. Once we fill up the water pitcher, we return to the classroom.
Aaron, do you like oolong tea?
Oh yeah. Anything's fine.
Very well.
Yuri sets the temperature on the kettle to 200 degrees.
Now it's time to get the teapots.
You really do this thoroughly, don't you?
Of course. I shouldn't do any less when I'm making tea for others.
Even if you're not an expert on tea or anything?
In that case, you'll only be even more impressed.
Well, perhaps I will. Yuri fetches the teapot and begins measuring the tea leaves. To my surprise, she even started humming a little to herself.
You must be
in a good mood now.
Is that so? I was letting show, and you noticed. I was doing a bit of thinking, and I decided I would try praising myself a little bit more. It turns out it's not very hard for me to do. But it's you who's around anyway.
Oh, that's great, Yuri. Just don't push yourself too much.
You're always worrying about me, Aaron. It's very endearing.
Yuri wasn't kidding. I don't even know if I can keep up with this. I watched Yuri pour a cup of tea for each of us.
Aaron, I have another request. Do you mind if we sit on the floor today?
Huh? What's that?
It's a little bit easier on my back. I can read with my back against the wall rather than bending over at my desk.
Sorry, I didn't realize.
No worries. I just have back pain fairly regularly, so I do my best to manage it.
Is that so? I wonder why that is.
It's most like because my
your posture, right? Always hunched over like that while reading.
Yes, I have terrible reading posture. So that's why we should sit on the floor.
Fair enough. I go ahead and get a book. I retrieve the book from my bag. Oh, I have some chocolate as well. It's a bag of small chocolate candies that I kept hidden from Sally's candy raider. I take it since it will go well with the tea. Yuri and I then sit against the wall, teacups at my sides, and if in scenic we assume the same reading position as that time, each holding on half of the book. It's big this time. Our bodies are even closer to each other.
I can't see too well.
Yuri slides closer until our shoulders are touching. How am I supposed to focus on reading like this? It was always kind of cute, but she's being less appreciative. It's almost more than I can handle.
Your teacup.
Yuri hands me my teacup. Holding this with my hand is not holding the book. I end up in a position that makes it even hard to focus, because now I need to worry about making sure I don't accidentally touch her chest. Meanwhile, Yuri hasn't noticed a single thing. She wears her intense reading expressions, and I can only pursue the words without her pass back away. I use all my willpower to focus on reading. After a few moments, I finally managed to relax a little. I put the teacup between my legs and tumbled with the chocolate wrapper. Oh, sorry. I briefly let go of the book to finish opening the wrapper. You can have as much as you want.
That's okay. I won't take any.
Eh? Are you sure?
Well, if I touch it, it might get smuggled on the pages.
Oh, you're right. I didn't even think about that. My bad.
No need to apologize. I hold the book, okay?
Are you sure?
Of course.
Yuri opens the book with both hands.
Ooh.
Look, Peace。你看这边还有一点光飘下来，有没有？这光点，哇，这光点还会动耶，好喝。Yuri opens the book with both hands. She holds it so that I don't have any harder of a time reading from it. But as a result, her left arm is particularly resting on top of my leg. Well, in that case, Yuri is already totally focused on reading again. I take a chocolate candy and pop it into my mouth. Then I take another chocolate and I hold it up to Yuri. She doesn't even look away from the book. She simply parts her lips as if this situation was completely natural. But that means I can't stop here. I appreciatively place the chocolate in her mouth. Just like that, Yuri closed her lips over it. Yuri's impression suddenly breaks. Did I just... Yuri looks at me like she needs to confirm what just happened. Aaron. Sorry. I guess I shouldn't have done yet. That's... Well... You were just helping. That's something that friends do, right? I mean, not really in this kind of context, but yeah, that's all it was. Yeah, then you don't need to stop or anything. I see. The situation has gotten really tense. Yuri tries to return to the book, but I can tell just by her impressions that even she can't focus now. My heart is pounding. I neverthelessly take another chocolate between my fingers. But this time, Yuri's eyes meet mine. How did it even come to this? Yuri doesn't avert her gaze. I notice her chest rising and falling to the right of her breasts. I raise my arm. Oh. Like before, Yuri parts her lips. But it's different this time. I take a chocolate and place it in her mouth. I feel her hot breath on my fingers. Okay, everyone! 很故意，已经故意到我想笑了，你知道吗？Yuri jots back.
It's time to share points. Aaron, you can help Yuri put away the tea stuff, right?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, thanks.
The spell is abruptly broken.
I'll take care of the cups.
Yeah. Yuri picks up the teacups from the floor. I pick up the bag of chocolates. In the end, we hastily clean up without so much as a word between us. I get the feeling that is something neither of us will have the courage to bring up. Who should I show my point to first? 要被骂了。
Well, I can admit that it's better than the last one. It's nice to see you're putting in some efforts.
Thanks, that's good.
But I still don't like this at all. It's trying too hard to be serious.
What do you mean by that?
Points don't need to be all deep sounding to express something. It's going to just sound like you're forcing years unless you really don't suck at this. Honestly, don't bother trying to write points like this until you're on Yuri's level.
Natsuki stopped short of upset.
Don't tell me. You're nuts. You're not just trying to impress Yuri, are you?
What are you talking about? And keep your voice down.
You know Yuri would love this kind of anxiety.
Just because she's talent writer doesn't mean I mean.
Ugh.
Looks like I'm in trouble. I somehow struck a nerve. Though what I did it beyond me.
I'm so done with you.
Natsuki shoves the point and handed her back over to me.
Take your stupid point. If you wrote it for someone else, just don't show it to me.
Ouch. This is what I get for letting a young girl step into my business. Unless I was a mind reader, I was destined to be a virtual pain from the start. At least Natsuki wasn't really the girl I was trying to impress in the first place. Natsuki 说：“如果这首诗没有写给我的话，就不用拿给我看了，谢谢。” Monica.
Hi again, Aaron. How's the writing now? This was good. It feels like you're not only getting more comfortable with your style, but the imaginary is better than that last one I read. Just wondering, but have you been finding inspiration in Yuri's writing style?
I guess so. You cannot deny that she's talented.
Yeah, totally. I think her points are the most romantic. That's the best way to describe it. She's like a totally different person when she picks up her pen. I noticed that too. Or when she's talking about literature, it's like a light turns on inside her. Sadly, it's hard to get much personal conversation out of her. Trust me, I've tried. Who knows what goes on in that head of hers? I hope you don't mean
that in a bad way.
No, of course not. I just meant I wish she didn't keep so much of herself. But still, defending her like that, you must be pretty into her.
Huh? You completely misunderstood.
Calm down, I'm kidding. Besides, I'm pretty sure she's already got a boyfriend.
Wait, really?
Yeah, fictional one anyway.
Monica kind of whispers that part to me.
It's just a hunch, but...
Well, there's not really anything wrong with that.
Oh, well, I know. I was just saying. But anyway, you want to read my point now? I like the way this one turned out, so I hope you do too.
Alright, let's have a look. Sorry.
Oh, I like this one, Aaron. It has some nice feeling in it.
Oh, I'm glad. Does that mean it's better than yesterday's?
Let me think. I don't know. I guess I like them both.
That's not very helpful, you know.
Well, I'm not very good at figuring out if points are good or bad, but that's why I just go by my heart. If it makes me feel things, then it must be a good point.
I'm not sure that is exactly how it works. Then again, I guess company feeling is a pretty important part of this whole thing. Yeah, maybe. Yuri.
Let's see what you have written for today.
Yuri stares at the point with a surprised expression on her face. Do you like it?
This one might even be better than yesterday's. How did you even pick up on this so quickly? Just yesterday, I was telling you the kind of techniques we're practicing.
Maybe that's why. You did a good job explaining. I really wanted to try giving it more imaginary. Yuri visibly swallows. Even her hands appear sweaty.
I'm not used to this.
Used to what?
I don't know.
It's fine. Take your time. Yuri breathes and collects her thoughts. I know that Yuri likes to think before she speaks, so I offer less patience to her.
Yeah, just being appreciated like this, I guess. It probably sounds really stupid, but seeing someone motivated by my writing, it just makes me really happy.
Are you saying you never shared your writing before? Yuri nods. Really, I don't believe it.
I really only write for myself. And besides, people would just stab at me.
Do you really think that? Again, Yuri nods. Even your close friends? Yuri doesn't respond to that. I wonder why. Anyway, do you want to share the poem you wrote today?
Yeah, I do. It is with you. I was a little more daring.
Then keep repeating.
You're good, but I'm glad you're a good listener. You're good at a lot of things, writing, listening. There's really aren't very people like you, Aaron.
That is exaggerating a little bit.
It's just how I feel. I never thought I would feel so comfortable sharing my writing, but now I almost feel like I look forward to it. It's just a really nice feeling. And you're thankful that.
It's nothing really. Judy smiles sincerely at me. For just a moment, her timidity seems to disappear.
Okay, everyone. We're all done reading each other's points, right?
读诗了，要上台读诗了。
Oh gosh!
I will walk home with Yuri. Walking home with Yuri. Why does the thought of that make my heart pound? I mean, given how hard it is for her to socialize, I would feel awful turning her down, so...
Isn't she so beautiful and smart?
That has nothing to do with what I just said.
You mean it?
Jeez. There's not even any point in supplicating something that's never going to happen.
Well, maybe. But I just like to think about it. It's not long to tell you won't need me anymore, you know.
Need you? Sorry? I can figure out how you're seeing things in your head right now.
Sorry.
Everyone's different. Nobody in the club is a replacement for you.
If you say so.
The conversation trails off and I left feeling awkward. But it was kind of her fault for trapping me with such weird gesture. I can't just lie to her. But if there's something that makes her happy, I will hate to take that away from her. That's why I said there's no point in supplicating. Then again, the festival is almost a few days away. Who knows what will happen in that time? Eh? 那人死亡是你呀、等一下 ，Why？ 我们Why does it feel like I'm being watched? I glance around the room. Suddenly, I notice Yuri peering at me from over her book. 靠 Yuri! 你在干什么 Yuri? But she looks away just as quickly with a flustered look on her face. I realize that she won't get anywhere like this. I've never really seen Yuri approach anyone or start a conversation on her own accord, so I have no choice but to approach her myself. By now, it's a little easier for me to do that. I stand up from my desk and sit in one next to her own.
I didn't mean to bother you or anything.
Relax, you didn't even do anything.
But I could tell that you want to be alone with your thoughts.
Alone with my thoughts? How were you even able to tell that I was thinking like that?
Well, it's something that I do a lot, so it wasn't hard for me to spot that on your posture and expression. Not that I was staring or anything. I didn't do anything creepy like that.
In any case, I guess you were right. I'm sorry I caused you any concern.
Don't apologize. Your troubles are only the concern of those who really share in that concept. Of course, there are certainly who love find the most comfort in keeping to themselves. But if you would prefer to share what's on your mind, then I would be glad to listen.
It's really not that big of a deal. I was just feeling a bit uneasy about Celery.
Celery?
Yeah, she seems a little off today, but when asked about it, she didn't want to admit it to me. So I can't help but wonder if something happened to her. 我是不是太久了？Oh, sorry.